Last time on my great train journey, I sampled the sights of Bangkok.
Thank you very much.
But now it's time to board the train for the next part of my foodie adventure.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Meet you, sir. May see you
okay.
the card, Mr. Phil.
Yep.
Okay. The Phil, we have the current A car to show you where you are.
Lovely. Wow, this is
The
nice.
room is room number one, the first room number one. Welcome on board, sir.
Wow, thank you very much. It's goodbye to Bangkok and on with the next part of my adventure. After leaving the chaos of the city, it's full steam ahead as we travel south from Bangkok on our 4-day adventure into the heart of Asia. Next stop, River Kwai.
As the train sets off on its 1,300-mile journey into the heart of the country, it's time to sit back, relax, and take in my surroundings.
It's a bit of all right, isn't it?
And what a way to do it. There's life all around us as we move along the line. The train continues towards its first stop, the River Kwai, some 160 miles northwest of Bangkok. We'll be arriving in the morning, so it's time for some well-needed R&R, and for me to get accustomed to my new home for the next few days. Talk about a change of pace, from Bangkok street food to European fine dining. This train is going to be a real treat, and it's only the first night. As morning breaks, we pass through paddy fields and small villages. Our next stop is the River Kwai, the railway line built in World War II running through the area of Kanchanaburi, Thailand's third largest province. The bridge over the River Kwai is the main attraction for many visitors who come here, and our route brings us right across the bridge, with the river directly below us.
This may be a place of great beauty, but it's also a place of remembrance, as a lot of people lost their lives here.
The railway line was known as the Death Railway, due to the many prisoners of war who lost their lives during its construction in World War II. Hundreds of thousands of POWs were captured by the Japanese army and forced to build the 258-mile-long railway, whilst also starved and beaten. It's considered to be one of the most barbaric war crimes of the 20th century. The landmark has become a place of reflection for many who come here, and it's believed that every sleeper laid on the track represents a life lost. With over 9,000 laid to rest in cemeteries around the province, it really brings home the tragedy of the time. With the train schedule allowing passengers some time to explore the area, it moves up the tracks to Kanchanaburi, where we'll jump back on board in just a few hours. And with a few hours to spare, it leaves me time to get a view of the river from both above and on the water, and take in the beautiful scenery, giving me a moment to really think about what went on here.
It's a short walk down there to the banks of the river, where I'm going to set up my kitchen for the day.
I've borrowed a few key ingredients from the train's kitchen team, and as it's still only 10 in the morning, I'm going to cook up a traditional simple Thai breakfast, a rice porridge.
This is the congee. Now this basically is rice and water boiled together. Sometimes they use stock, but generally speaking, it's rice and water cooked for about 40 minutes. Congee is really popular for breakfast and all over Asia, and it comes in many guises and many forms. So here, I'm in Thailand, I'm going to do a pork version. Garnishes is really important. So here I've got a bit of garlic. Sometimes they use garlic oil just to finish with, but I'm going to use a bit of garlic today. Red chilli, remember, the smaller the hotter, and that'll blow your socks off. Kaffir lime, 2 types of nuts here. Got a roasted peanut in the skin still, cashew nut, namprick, which will give that lovely fishy kick, even though we're going to use a pork in this dish. And then got some lovely herbs here, so I've got a bit of coriander, a bit of basil, and a little bit of onion. So, first thing to do is to just cook the pork. Now, I've got a very hot wok here. What I mustn't do is overcook it. So we're going to add into that a touch of garlic. That will all go in as well. Don't waste it. That goes in. So, we've got the colour. We're getting a bit of colour on there, but as you can see it's really lean. It's slightly undercooked. Now the congee is nice and warm. A little bit of namprick, which is the paste. Pop that in. Just give that a bit of a stir. Then I'm going to add a little bit of lime. Then going to add the pork into there as well, and all the juice. Just go, look at that. Look at that. Now, this is my serving dish. So, the pork's going to go in. And it should be quite a runny consistency. It shouldn't be like porridge. A few of the roasted peanuts on there. And a few cashew nuts. Okay. A little bit of chilli. As much or as little as you like. And then to me, one of the most important parts of the fresh herb. So you've got some lovely Thai basil, which I'm not going to muck about with too much. Just run a knife through, like that. Go on top. Again, raw onion. And finally, the coriander. So there is my super quick congee, right on the River Kwai.
After that hearty breakfast, it's time to climb back aboard as the train prepares to carry on its southward journey. And Penang is where I'll be hopping off next. I'm leaving Thailand behind as we cross the border into Malaysia.
I've only been in Thailand a couple of days, but I've learned so much about the food, the cooking and the people. Next stop's Malaysia, where the food really hots up. And do you know what? I'm quite looking forward to it. Cheers.